For me, there are various things which I'm passionate about. Tracking, walking 10,000 steps each day, playing Lumosity to increase my cognitive abilities, and even search engine optimization, which is, by the way, my profession. Almost around that particular period, I got introduced to this concept of gratitude by my spiritual teacher, Sanjay Thakkar. What I learned was, in your life, either positivity or negativity. Either only one can be there within you at a particular point in time. How many of you here have one or more passions? Raise of hands, please. Okay. And there are quite a few who have already reached the other stage where they've achieved everything and there is no passion needed in life. Please raise your hands also so that other can see. Oh, now nobody's raising it. Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, as she said, my name is Kaushal Thakkar. I'm here to speak about the passion of my life, gratitude. For me, there are various things which I'm passionate about. Tracking, walking 10,000 steps each day, playing Lumosity to increase my cognitive abilities, and even search engine optimization, which is, by the way, my profession. But of all these things, there's one thing which keeps me connected with all these passions, and that is the passion of gratitude. My story is very simple. If almost around 15-20 years back, you would have asked me, Kaushal, what is your passion in life? I would have said, watching some series over the weekend. However, this ordinary person got changed into someone who's lit up with this multiple passions today. So what changed? Almost around that particular period, I got introduced to this concept of gratitude by my spiritual teacher, Sanjay Thakkar. What I learned was, in your life, either positivity or negativity. Either only one can be there within you at a particular point in time. Better to fill your life with gratitude so that you are overflowing with positivity instead of being on the other side. Simple but profound words which got registered into me. Over the years, the book of Rhonda Byrne, The Secret, The Power, and The Magic inspired me a lot. Any people who have read Rhonda Byrne, The Secret, The Power, Magic? Wow, nice. At least we could have a small community of The Secret also. The secret CMOs or the secret business guys. That's also something which is going to help. So, while the books The Secret and The Power helped me understand why gratitude, it was the book of The Magic which helped me understand and imbibed in me the practices of gratitude. What it made me do is write 10 gratitudes each day. For the people who have done it already are aware about it, but yeah, sorry for repeating this. So, practice those gratitudes every day. Over a span of 27 days, you are writing around 270 gratitudes, which are unique. You can't repeat. So let's say one day you are saying, I'm thankful for my parents. You can't say parents again. So next day you will have to find something else. So that's how it imbibes the value of gratitude within you. So I practiced it. Suddenly, changes started happening. I started feeling more energetic. I started getting kick out of it. And that was working really well. Completed the book, and like any other book, what do we do after reading the book or completing the book? We keep it aside. So I did the same thing. But after a few days, I started realizing that difference. That energy level, which was built up with the book, suddenly started vanishing. I was moving back to that ordinary life. And that's not something which I wanted. So I thought, okay, let me give this a try again. And I did that again. And magically, it worked again. I found my dream job. I got the salary I desired. In fact, more than what I desired. And was wondering, how is this possible? But yes, I realized that gratitude is working for me. Continued this journey, but then life becomes really comfortable when you get something which is more than what you desire. And that's what happened to me as well. Once I reached that particular stage, I felt okay, comfort, relaxed. Again, within a few days, I moved back to that ordinary life. This love and breakup journey with gratitude went for almost 10 years. And during this 10 years, I was nudged by life several times. It kept on nudging me to move back to that. But yes, I would go to gratitude only when I had something which I desired, and I'll go to gratitude, or else I'll take it for granted. The nudges life started giving me, I'll just share one such instance with you. I'm a trekker too, as I mentioned. Any trekkers on the house? One. That's good. At least I don't find this is usually complete silent zone, but thanks. We'll connect. We can plan a trek together sometimes. I was going for this trek to Pangarchula. And we have one trekker at least in his early days. So I was on this trek to Pangarchula, and Pangarchula is at a little lesser altitude than the Everest base camp, around 5,000 meters above the sea level, all clad with snow. And once you are there, you are out of the regular life. You don't see life over there, neither trees also. Forget about human beings or animals. The only source of water over there is you'll have to take a water bottle and fill it at some water stream coming from the melting snow. That's the only possible way you can have water. And I felt that okay, nobody's up there. Water which is coming from our pure water, there is no other doubt about that. So missed the water filter at home, something which was a regular thing, which I took it for granted. I was missing it. It was seeming valuable. But yeah, no alternative there. Filled the water bottle and started drinking water regularly during the trek days. On the day of the summit, when we had to reach the summit, one person actually had an emergency at the top. It was a nature's call, which he had to attend at the top. So he took a dump over there. And then I was feeling regretted across the journey that, okay, what the hell? I was considering that water from the top is always good water. But that was how life nudged me. And post that, whenever I have water, I'm thankful for the water. Or even when I open the faucet, I'm grateful for water. So that's something which got slowly and steadily imbibed in me because of this bird thing. But yet, while I was grateful for a few things, not grateful for all the things in life. So one fine day, life gave me another kick. But this time, it was not the kick of excitement. This was a pink slip one. That feeling of rejection, feeling of not being wanted, not knowing what to do on the next day. It's quite scary sometimes. But for me, I was pretty clear what I wanted to do, while others felt that I had messed up in life. And you all know by now where I went. I went back to my love, gratitude, and things really worked out well. I founded Infodigit, and since the last 5 years, I'm in a long-standing relationship with gratitude. Things changed over this last 5 years because I had learned it the hard way. Now in a dedicated relationship, and my wife also doesn't mind this relationship. That's a good thing about it. It helped me a lot. So today I'm grateful for, let's say, the air that I breathe. I'm grateful for the water. I'm grateful for my parents, grateful for my wife, son, everybody. Now this particular thing is transforming me, or helping me at least to transform, right? So I gave a little love to gratitude in terms of my team and others, and it helped me build a team of 95 people within a short span of 5 years. I gave a little love to gratitude in terms of, to my health and fitness, and I started seeing that, hey, there is a difference in me. I'm trying to be better at my fitness levels, and it's helping me scale these mountains at the age of 43, which I could not do it in my 20s. I gave a little growth to my clients' business, and I started seeing that, hey, my business is increasing because of this. I'm able to get more awards, create more digital stories. So it's working really wonderful for me. And that's a little about the gratitude thing. And that's all from my side. Thanks a lot for your time, everyone. I appreciate it.